Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about stop trying and start doing. And what I mean by this is there's a crippling word many people use, which is try. Now, I'm not talking about if you're trying a new food, because you're not committing to that. You're just committing to try it out, and if you don't like it, you won't eat it again. If you do like it, you might eat it again too. Who knows? I'm talking about in daily life, people are non-committal. They don't really give their all, and they'll say, well, I'm going to try to do this. And very often, matter of fact, in normal people's lives, the word try just is another way of saying no, that they're not going to do this thing. It's a dressed up version of no. I want you to get to a point where you are committed to things. And can you say, I'm going to try to serve the Lord? Can you say that I'm going to try to do my all unto the Lord? I'm going to do all that I do unto the Lord. I'll try to do that. No. You would commit to it. You would be diligent about your endeavors and strive to serve the Lord. Strive to do everything you do unto the Lord. But so many people are just trying in life. They're just giving a little bit of effort. It doesn't go as easy as they thought it would. It's not the way they exactly wanted it to be. They quit. They're non-committal. They are quick to quit. But this is not a Christian life, my friend. The Christian is somebody who knows God. You know the Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth. You're in a very privileged position. That's why Jesus called us the elect. You're in a very blessed position, and so many people squander it by just trying, by just being non-committal, by refusing to give their all in their endeavors. There should not be anything that you do in your life that you are half-hearted in, that you're just giving a little bit or just enough, just the bare minimum. You should be one of those people that just performs at your top elite level at all times. This doesn't mean you're the best at everything. There may be things you're not very good at. That's all right. You can outsource that. You can find somebody, you can hire them, you can have AI do it. There's all kinds of ways you can get better results in areas that you maybe don't perform as well in. But none of that has to do with the normal person and their trying. Their refusal to actually be committed and give their all in all their endeavors. And I'll see this so often in people's lives where they just try. The whole concept of trying can be a form of procrastination. And like I said, we're not talking about if you're just going to try something, legitimately try it. Where you're not giving any kind of commitment to it. You're going to try, maybe you're going to try to learn to play the piano. Okay. But even that kind of a scenario, you do need to be committed to it. Because you could just try, your first day you're not good at it and you just give up. Because that is what a lot of people do. Maybe they don't give up the first day. They go a few more days, 3 or 4 more days, maybe a couple weeks even, and then they fall off. You see this happen every single year. New Year's comes around. People start making commitments to lose weight, or at least they claim their commitments. They go to the gym. Any of you that go to the gym regularly, you know in January, you have all kinds of people flooding into the gym that do not know what they're doing, and they start disappearing quickly. Mid-January, a lot of them are not showing up anymore. By February, the vast majority are not showing up anymore. And by March, they're not there. There might be a few stragglers, but most people just do not commit. They try things. That's the biggest commitment they can do, is try. And it's why they don't get good results in life. Because they're out trying instead of doing. They're not committed. But you can really reframe this and really be a person of character and substance if you just truly start thinking about things this way. That I'm going to do everything I do unto the Lord. And when you have that mentality, can you just give a half-hearted effort? Can you just do the bare minimum? Can you just try? No. You have to give your all. Now, I know some people immediately think about this. Well, that's great and I understand, but that sounds too hard. I don't know if I can do that. But it only sounds hard because you've never done it before. And yes, at first it might be difficult for you. That's not a problem. God's very merciful, and he sees your effort. He sees your legitimate heartfelt love for him, that you truly are trying to do everything you do unto the Lord and give your all. He sees that. This is not about beating yourself up or running yourself into the ground or just grinding endlessly. This is about you having a different heart toward what you do in life. Because when you have that mentality, can you go play the latest video game? Can you go watch that sporting event? Can you go watch that latest movie? When you're really trying to live a life that glorifies God, when you're really trying to do everything you do unto the Lord, which is dedicated to him, and you're giving your all, whatever that may be. And this is an important point I need to make. This is not about you giving your all, meaning you have to do better than this person over here. Maybe they're excelling in life, because it may not be what you're capable of doing. This is not about comparing yourself to anyone else and you got to live up to their standard. This is about you holding yourself to the highest standard for whatever your capacity is. And it doesn't matter what it is. This is not about being better than anyone else or being worse than anyone else. This is about you giving your all unto the Lord, whatever that may be. God knows you, and he knows if you're giving your all. He knows you're truly putting forth the effort. And logically, do you think you're going to have a better life if you lived a life not just trying, but committed in everything you do, and you do your all unto the Lord? Do you think that life is going to be better than the life of being average, of being mediocre, of being like everyone else? Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what your capacity is right now. Maybe you're very weak and limited in many areas. If you do that, if you commit to do your all and stop this trying game, you're going to excel so dramatically. And like in the parable Jesus gave of the talents, God will give you more. Your capacity will increase because you are now being proven to be someone who, even in little, maybe you have little, maybe you're very limited, that's all right. But because you give your all, even in the very little that you do have, and the little tiny capacity you have, God will increase it. God will magnify it. If you live a life truly trying to glorify God, truly trying to do your all, your capacity is going to expand so greatly that even in a few weeks' time, but at a year's time, definitely, you're not going to recognize the old person. And this is very important, it's not going to be difficult for you, because as your capacity increases, the ability to even do your all becomes easier. Life starts to become on easy mode. You start to live life on easy mode from the kingdom of God operating within you. My friend, I know you can get tired. I know you can get run down even. But there's a greater capacity available to you if you start living life in a way that glorifies God. If you start living life in a way to truly do your all in everything you do. You don't do half-hearted endeavors. You don't do the bare minimum. You always are excelling and achieving and becoming greater and greater each and every day. And whatever level you're at now doesn't matter. But if you keep doing that day in and day out, you, my friend, will become a mighty person of character, a mighty man of God, a mighty woman of God. You'll become that person who truly glorifies God in all that they do. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.